Hey, what's going on, guys? So today pretty much what I'm going to be doing is pressure washing the engine bays of the trucks in my car, just because they're extremely dirty now. Let me clean my lens here a little bit. Good Lord. Yeah, so actually yesterday I went to Home Depot and they had a nice it's like it's by Ryobi. It's a it's like a pressure washer, but a battery powered pressure washer. It doesn't have, it's like 320 psi, but it did a really good, I did my dad's truck already and it really did a good job. I'm trying to find my car keys, but I can't find them. And so I'll show you guys right now my dad's that is my dad's engine bay. I know like he passed away, but I still call it his truck because it was his truck for 15 years before he passed, so it's kind of hard to make that change, you know what I mean? So right now I'm just gonna take the Chevy, the Silverado, over to where I'm gonna pressure wash it. Just don't want the engine to get too hot, because then I'm gonna have to wait hours, which I might have to because they don't really allow us to do this sort of stuff here at the apartments where I live. But my dad's truck, I did it last night, like after, like almost at 7 at night. Luckily it's almost summer here. It's almost summer here in California, so it doesn't get like dark until like 7 or 8. It'll start getting dark till 7 or 8. So yeah, turn this off. I don't know where my car keys went. But yeah, let me show you guys the engine bay for the Colorado now. It's just it worked really well. Like I bought it just to return it, just so I could just use it for pressure washing. But let me show you guys. Give me 1 second. Put you guys down. Don't look up my nose. Well, I don't know if you guys saw in the last video that I posted, the one where I put that I was starting work on the Colorado. I'll show you guys the engine bay and how dirty it was. Well, this is how it looks now. A lot cleaner. Obviously it's not shiny because I haven't done any of that, but like, I just gotta get there. Like I did this last night, guys. Like it was like almost 8 o'clock at night, so I didn't get perfect. But right now that it's day, like I'm just gonna spray some more degreaser on there. I got some degreaser from the Home Depot, and then I'm just gonna get it a little bit better. I mean, it's not terrible. It's good enough to where, you know, I can actually work on it, because so I took this truck yesterday and it tries to overheat, so it never gets to the actual red hot point, but like it gets between the half point and the 3/4 point, a little bit above, closer to the 3/4 point when the AC is on. So I'm trying to figure out if it's the thermostat, the water pump, or just the AC compressor that's causing it to stress out. I already ordered the water pump. Sorry if there's gonna be noise, guys. I already ordered the water pump and the thermostat, so I'm gonna change those. Probably not today, but probably on the next video I'm gonna change those to see what's going on there. I checked the hoses, but the hoses get pretty hot, so I know the water's circulating. I just, you know, there's enough water in there. There's definitely enough water in here. Even oh, Jesus Christ. There we go. So at this point, it's just trying to find where the issue is. You guys can see there's more than enough water in there. So I need to make sure water's circulating. It might just be the water pump. I don't think this water pump has ever been changed in the truck's 15 years of life so far. And the truck does have 400,000 miles on it. So I'm gonna change that, the water pump, the thermostat. Oh, I also ordered I don't know if you guys saw my last video. I also ordered that little switch for the AC, for the heater and the AC. So that should be coming in today also. Again, I'm not gonna change this stuff today. I'm gonna wait for the next video to do that, because I know that the water pump alone is gonna take me a full day. And I also gotta take a trip to Harbor Freight to start getting tools that I'm gonna need. Also gonna probably pick up a compression tester, or go rent one from O'Reilly's and compression test both of the trucks. The car I'm not gonna compression test, just because I know that one's fine. The car is more of driving it, driving it again, because I had it parked for October, November, December, January, February, March. For like almost 6 months I had that car parked, and I would only drive it here in the parking lot. So that one just needs to be driven. This one though, I'm gonna do that. Hopefully it'll get running right, because I'm hoping within the next 2 to 3 months I can take the Silverado to get the transmission rebuilt. At least get that, so I know that it has a good transmission, and probably the rear end also, because I don't think the rear end oil has ever been changed, or I might just change the rear end oil, or gear oil, whatever goes in there. Engine wise, guys, I can't really do much, because obviously, like, I can do basic mechanic stuff here, but I can't pull an engine or a transmission. So a lot of this stuff I have to go to a shop for them to do it for me, and it's not cheap. I already got an estimate for the truck, and it's about almost $1,600 to get the transmission taken out and put a rebuilt one in, which, you know, I know that's around regular price, but still, it's not cheap. I mean, for me being used to doing all my own work, it's not cheap. So hopefully within the next 2-3 months, this one can get a new transmission, the Silverado. After I get the transmission on that one, and make sure that the rear end is fine, hopefully it'll last us another year or so before I can come up with the money to get either a new engine or to get the engine rebuilt, because I know that's going to be at least $3,000 in parts and labor alone, which is fine, because it's going to be pretty much like a brand new truck mechanically. Then after that, I'm going to start this. The Colorado already had a transmission built once, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm sorry about the noise, guys. They're doing the lawn here around the apartments. But the engine, I don't remember if it was ever rebuilt, and it does have 400,000 miles on it. Both of these are family trucks, so I need to start working on them. So the Volkswagen, I'm still getting I still have to do the brakes. I already got the axle boot, but so I'm just gonna do that for now. I'm also might just put the stock intake box back on, because right now, that the way that the intake box sits on that one, the intake sits on that one, it sits right, like, so on the Volkswagens there's like a little cutout right here that obviously it suctions the air, but the air filter sits right there, right where that hole is, so all the dust, everything gets in there. Now if I'm not mistaken, those cars inside the intake manifold, they have these little flaps, or they have this thing that opens and closes, and if that gets dirty, it gets stuck open and it just makes the car run like shit. So I need to figure that one out. Either make a custom like little shield for it so it's not fully pulling all that dust in, or just put the stock intake back on and just get like a K&N filter for it. Again, the only reason why I'm doing that is because I'm right now I'm still like at 70% of selling the car and 30% keeping it. That changes every day as I slowly, try to figure out if I'm, what I want to do. But right now my goal is to get at least the 2 trucks running half decently, so in case one does break down, at least I have the other one. And obviously the car, I have the car, but we as a family, we really don't fit in the car, unfortunately, because I have 2 babies with car seats, regular size car seats, and one on a booster seat, and my wife still has to go in the back with my 8-month-old. So that's the only issue we're having there. If that weren't the case, then yeah, we would probably fit in the car, but as of right now, we don't. So let me show you guys the engine bay for the Silverado, so you guys can see how dirty it is, and you guys can see that before and after. Hopefully I can find the keys to my car, because I really want to finish pressure washing all 3 of them today. Sorry if the camera moves around a lot, guys. It's just so this one I had cleaned a little bit, but as you guys can see, hopefully you guys can see, let me see, like all that's all grime. All that's grime. And here you guys can clearly see that one, and over here. So yeah, so that's the goal for today, guys. Pressure washing all the engine bays on all 3 cars, and that's where I'm gonna leave it at. I'll get back to you guys once I'm done pressure washing them, and I'm gonna decide if I'm gonna keep that pressure washer or not, because this video is getting kind of long and I don't want you guys to get too bored either. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. I'll show you guys the pressure washers that I got too. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit once the cars, I have the cars done, or I'll even record myself, pressure washing them a little bit. But yeah, see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, so I just pressure washed the engine bay for the Jetta and the Silverado. A lot better. I should have to go buy some of that shine it up a little bit, but that looks so much better already. Like, it was so bad under here. This one honestly just didn't have, obviously it's a newer car, didn't have a lot of grime, and I typically kept it pretty clean. Besides the engine, besides the transmission, but yeah, this cleaned up pretty nice. This is the dirtiest part in this, so that cleaned up pretty nice. Sorry about my kids, guys, they're over there fighting. I'm coming, hold on. The Silverado, completely different story. So this one, the engine bay had never been cleaned ever, so the grime is so thick that the little pressure washer that I have, so as you guys could see, I got some off. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's just on so thick that it's just like it's like almost probably like 1/8 of an inch thick. I did put on some of this degreaser that I bought from Home Depot. So I'm gonna spray a little bit more, let it sit. At this point, I'm just not gonna pressure wash it anymore. I'm just gonna let that sit, and hope that it takes it off a little bit more. Yeah, it's just this little pressure washer here, guys. It's only like 320 psi, so I can't expect it to do too much, you know what I mean? But I mean, it did a pretty good job on the Jetta and on the Colorado. It's just at this point that I have to just start keeping the engine base clean on the car. The Silverado, I slowly just have to start getting the grime off of it. Every time like I change a part or something, just clean it in there. So that's what I'm gonna have to do from now on. Just try to keep the engine base clean, so I don't let that grime build up like how the Silverado has. The Colorado had grime, but it wasn't as bad because, again, now the truck had been worked on. The engine, I don't think ever got rebuilt, but the transmission did. And when I was there when they did the transmission, so they pressure washed that engine, and this was like 5-6 years ago. I know it's still a while, but they don't get dirty. Yeah, hi boy. On the Silverado, on the other hand, my father-in-law just really never took care of it. Honestly, we're lucky this truck is even still running till this day. Just because, I mean, he would go thousands of miles without oil changes and stuff like that. So yeah, we're lucky that this truck is even still running, and hopefully it still runs for a while. Just because we need it. You know, can I go get another vehicle at the dealership? Probably. Do I want to? No. You know, I'd rather save my money to move out of California than to buy a brand new vehicle. But obviously, worst comes to worst, and I'll just go get like something at, you know, CarMax or Carvana or something cheap just to get the family around. But for right now, this is the only one that really didn't clean up too well. But I mean, it's also not terrible, guys. I mean, for never being clean, it's starting to clean up nicely. Obviously, once we start working on it, all this is going to be gone, so I'm not stressing out too much about it. I just want to have it looking decently clean, so when I work on it, so I'm not getting grime everywhere. But yeah, guys, I mean, that's pretty much it for this video. In the next video, guys, that's when I'm probably gonna do the truck with the Colorado. I'm gonna put the thermostat in the water pump, and I'm also gonna do the compression test on it, so hopefully it's not too much. But all right, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna try to bring on obviously more constant videos. But yeah, thank you guys so much. See you guys on the next one.